All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Boxing Breakdown. I'm here with my co-host.
Hey, it's me,
Connor
everybody.
the
I'm
Dickhead.
still here. Welcome to, is it episode 5 now? I'm pretty sure we're on episode 5.
Yes, because we had the flop of the last episode.
Please, before you watch this, go and watch it.
Please, just watch
Come on,
it.
just get us to
Please.
like 25, 30 views on it.
We've had a stinker, boys.
But we move. We show consistency and we don't dare not talk about our losses. So, anyway, we've got a massive episode coming up. We've got to talk about a Cruiserweight World title and a few other fights coming up on the horizon, as you should know. So, make sure you stay for this full episode because it should be an absolute cracker. What we're going to start with,
I'm
Joe?
going to give you a pre-warning. We do talk a lot of
Get used to it. Don't worry about it. That's what we're here for. We're here for entertainment. If you don't like us, click off.
I mean, should we just start? We've already wasted a minute at the time.
We probably should. We've got a few topics. We're just going to go in random order. So,
all right, go on, dickhead.
Let's go. We've got some fights which have been announced in the coming weeks. So we've got Denzel Bentley versus Felix Cash. So big fight for the division. Felix Cash, who is now is he 13-0 now? I'd be correct. I'll just do a quick little Google.
Can't say I know loads about them.
Felix Cash, he is 13-0.
Nice.
Fighting for he's going to be defending his Commonwealth middleweight title for the British middleweight title against Denzel Bentley on the 24th of April. So we will be talking about that for a podcast. Denzel Bentley 13-0-1. Drew to Mark Efron, then went and beat him inside 4 rounds. So very, very decent CV. I remember watching that fight. So, thoughts on that fight, Joe? Who do you reckon will win the belt?
Can't say I know loads about them, but yeah, I've seen like bits of them and that, and it's going to be, I think it's going to make a good fight, and I look forward to watching it.
I'll definitely be tuning in, I must admit. Definitely will be. Yeah. Just one of them you'll stick on and enjoy.
I think that's the good thing about doing this. Like, these people who I maybe would have watched, but now I'm like, I almost have to watch them, you know what I mean?
Yeah, without making it sound like a chore, it makes you want to watch the boxing a bit more and enjoy it.
We say watch, more just talking out.
Yeah, we definitely do have a nice good phone call whilst watching the boxing. We last week, I'll touch a little bit on last week's boxing. We watched Isaac Lowe in action on IFL TV.
Yeah, Isaac Lowe, he's a fighter that I've liked for quite some time, really. Admittedly, by just being fan by Mccauley, with him being Mccauley's pal, but I thought he put a decent boxing performance on. I thought he'd done what he had to do to get the win. He may be a bit disappointed that he didn't
get him out there,
stop the fight. Obviously, he had to taste blood, obviously, so it wasn't the cleanest of fights to him. But I thought Isaac Lowe put up a good boxing performance. And he's going to hopefully move on to bigger and better things, whatever that may be for him. But yeah, decent.
Exactly. Me and Joe tuned into the thing on a phone call, and he said, "Oh, Isaac Lowe's fighting." I said,
I want to say IFL TV.
It was an absolute cracking event. We are so thankful.
It was a belter. In the live chat was some good fun and all.
So if you are here from the live chat, welcome, because we had a good time there. Isaac Lowe now 21-3, still undefeated. Ed Harrison, for his record, he put a good fight on. He did throw back. He impressed me. Obviously, there was higher fights, but I don't think everyone cares about them. We're just here to talk about proper, because we were watching the British mostly. There was obviously a WBO vacant European title at one weight, but Isaac Lowe, great performance. Did what he had to. Got the bloke out there, and all the best for his future. Where do you see him going in this division? Do you reckon he become that featherweight champion? I know there's people like Kid Galahad up there, but he's slowly moving through the ranks.
Yeah, I think he's going slowly. He's working his way up, and he's got time. He needs to carry on working his way up because there's some good fighters at featherweight. Correct me if wrong, but I believe there's with Josh Warrington.
Yeah, Josh Warrington, one of the best up at this weight.
There's Kid Galahad, obviously. It's a good division, and it's a stacked division. He's just gonna have to keep working his way out, grinding his way there.
I think it should be very interesting. But anyway, we will move on to what's coming up in the future. So we know the big fight which has been announced. We did a podcast on it. Again, please go and watch. Fury Joshua.
Well, we say announced, more agreed.
Yeah, more agreed.
Well, it not has been announced. Wait, am I on about the right fight?
Yeah, we're talking about the big heavyweight fight. Everyone.
Yeah, there's been some news throughout the week that Anthony Joshua, is going to be working under Floyd Mayweather, and now here's where I disagree with Conor here. Like I say, we're all about like counter arguments and stuff here. I don't think we'll see AJ turn into a straight up Mayweather, hand down kind of moving it, using his adjustment. But we don't know how long he's going to have under AJ, and as much as you can say he can't turn into a Mayweather in 6 months, he fully can. Don't be wrong, but he can improve. We've seen what Tyson Fury done under Sugar Hill in a very short amount of time.
But I think Tyson already had that. I think it was more of sharpening the knives, perfecting the tools. I think with AJ, it might be a bit more of a flip around. I think it is possible.
Oh, definitely. That is.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think AJ, the type of boxer, is going to be able to go hands down or that type of fighter. He's not. I don't think he's the type of boxer who wants to take a lot of punches even to his gloves and stuff. I don't think he wants to do that. I think he wants to get. It's a tough one, really, because I think it's a rough and ready. He wants to get in the action, but at the same time, I almost feel he doesn't.
100%. Sorry, everyone. We just had a little technical issue there, but we are straight back. Would you like to just?
That is that. My phone just turned off. That's all.
Would you like to just go back over what you were saying
then?
You don't think he can turn as technical as quick as someone like Tyson Fury, who is more naturally gifted?
Oh, did I cut off a while ago?
No. You only cut off for 10 seconds, but it's okay, everyone. We don't mind. We keep it in.
I was saying that
unedited.
I think that. I'm here still.
Yeah. Still got you, mate.
I think that Tyson Fury had that in him to an extent. I think Sugar was working on it well, but I think Sugar was building the confidence of being able to go and take the fight to Wilder. Where I think Joshua, I don't think he's that type of guy to go hands down. It's a tough one for Joshua because I feel like he's a fighter who wants to get rough and ready, get stuck into the action, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
doesn't like to take too much damage.
Yeah, he don't want to take too much damage. He's a big, strong unit. We know with AJ. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he does in the Floyd, but I don't think it's going to be joining TM. He's going to be joining Floyd's as a campo out like Fury has. So yeah, that was a bit stupid of me to compare to Fury because I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's just going to be a few lessons to maybe sharp up some of the knives that he could build on, but I don't think it's going to be anything to do with.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's going to be something full-time. I think it's just going to be something where you can teach him more stuff, then he can go himself and obviously improve it. So thank you for your take on that thing. Sorry, everyone, if there is a couple of connection issues. It's going to happen. We're not professionals. You know the score. If you are still here,
yeah,
you're an absolute legend.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Another fight coming out. Liam Williams versus Andrade. For the WBO middleweight championship. Thoughts?
I don't know the world's most about Williams, but what we do know is that he was Nathan Heaney's toughest spar.
Yeah, he gave Nathan Heaney the most horrid spar by hitting him around the ring very toughly, and he said he was an absolute machine, Nathan said, and he said he looks up to him so highly.
It'll be interesting to see him and follow his journey from now on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's one of them who someone else has got us into them, and I'm really excited. Obviously, he is, what is he now? 23, 2-1. Only ever lost twice to Liam Williams and a draw at Tyon Booth. So, we've got, obviously, fighting someone who's 29-0 for the WBO middleweight title, so it should be a cracking fight. It's going to be on the 17th of April. Again, a podcast will be done about that. Liam Williams should be a really, really good fight. What else have we got here? We've got the Joe Cordina. He's having a fight at this weekend. Good boxer. He's fighting. I don't want to say his name because I can't say it. So we're just gonna We're just going to refer to him as Joe Cardina's opponent because I don't plan on butchering anyone's name.
People take that disrespectful, though.
I honestly can't say his name. So for in a respectful way, we're just going to brush over the name. So Joe Cardina, good fighter. He is now 11-0, fighting someone who's 17-2 at Wembley. I think this is good for an undercard. Like, this is a really good undercard fight. What's your thoughts, Joe?
Yeah, it's another good undercard fight. Yeah, another good fight in Joe. I'm looking forward to seeing the bout. I don't know the opponent's name. I can't say no lots about him. I'll say that, but it's a good undercard. Maybe one I will be tuning into.
100%.
Nice one.
We don't want to talk too much about the undercard, but we just feel like it's an actual quite impressive one for such a fight. And then we've got Anthony Fowler fighting Jorge Fortego. I can't pronounce his name.
I've seen a lot of Anthony Fowler on his Instagram or Twitter or whatever he's on.
We'll just say George. Like, it's J. Like, I don't want to butcher his name, but Anthony Fowler, a very good fighter. Thoughts, Joe?
Again, another good fight to make. To pack out the real good undercard we've got coming up.
His opponent, Anthony Fowler, 13-1, only ever lost to Scott Fitzgerald, which is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Absolute cracking fighter. He's fighting someone 21-2-1. He's only lost to two people. One was 16-0 at the time, and the other one was 8-1. But a tough fight for Fowler, but I think he can get through it. I think it's going to be a good experience for him, though.
Yeah, it's the experience you need. You know what I mean? I always think with boxing, every fight is different. Where every football match, just comparing to football, just any random sport or any sport, but every football match is a bit different. But with boxing, every fight is different. Every fight is a learning curve and experience. So yeah.
And so many things can go differently in boxing as well, which makes it such a brilliant sport.
Yeah, it's mainly people say this about the heavyweight division, but I still think any division, one punch can change anything.
Yeah, it can change the full course of a fight. It can do a full 180, and then, momentum builds in the other bloke's favour, and then he can go and take the fight to him. So, we've gone through most of our topics. We don't have loads this week. We didn't want to bore you for too long, but we've got the big one. Lawrence Okolie versus Krzysztof Glowacki. So, just to be on the safe side, we're just going to call him Christoph, and Lawrence Okolie. We'll just say Okolie as well. Big fight, Joe. I bet you can't wait for this one because I can't.
I can't wait for it. It's been one I know you certainly have been looking forward to for some time. Okolie, I found. I'm not gonna lie, I found it about him. This is as far as my memory can go back about finding out about him. Was for the undercard of Joshua. Connor messaged me. I knew Connor about the time, and he was like, watch this guy. I was like, all right, I'll watch him. Every time someone hypes guys up like this to me, they always lose. Just is. Or Katie Taylor, there was a lot of hype about her. Watched her, and I thought she lost the fight. I can't remember what fight it was, but
Delphine Bassoon.
Yes, it was the first one though.
Yeah, the original one. Yes.
Yeah, and then I watched it, and I was like, this guy. Let's see if he's what kind of made him out. And I was like, fucking hell. Sorry for my French. He is absolutely unbelievable.
Wiped him out in 2 rounds, didn't he?
Yeah,
brilliant.
He boxed well as well. Carried the power box well. I've seen a lot of people on social media doubt that the doubting he's too big.
I think he is a heavyweight. I think he is a building up heavyweight. But I think at the minute I think he'll win all the belts of cruisers because I think he's good enough. I think he's got all the natural ability to become that top fighter. And then I do see him making the step up. But on that card, I'm sorry, just to take 20 seconds out of this podcast, we had Anthony Joshua versus Pulev. Then we had Okolie on the second, co-main event. We had Hughie Fury versus Marius Wack. Then we had that Florian Marco at the near the bottom. It was just a very, very good card.
It was, and that's the thing with Eddie Hearn. When it comes to the Joshua event fight, the cards are always mint. That was a good card.
Yeah, must admit, you are very correct there.
I mean, I like what Frank does.
Yeah, big Frank fan still.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're nowhere Matchroom TV, and we would criticise Eddie, and we probably will or have maybe. I'm not sure, but you got to respect the way that Ruiz 2 card, for example, Anthony Joshua Ruiz, Dillian White fought on it against
Michael Hunter, Alexander Povetkin, Eric Molina, just so many good fighters.
Povetkin, it was just such a good card, wasn't it?
Yeah, honestly, we will give credit where credit's due, and some of the cards, I'm telling you, the undercard for Fury Joshua will be
there because they're on the undercard. It's a big event, but everyone's speaking about Ruiz and Joshua when there's fights like White and Povetkin who might believe they're better than Ruiz and possibly, in White's case, believe he's better than AJ, which is just mental.
Yeah, honestly, that's something I do look forward to with the boxing event of Fury versus Joshua. Undercard is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the thing with Frank top ranked. I never think the Fury undercards are as good as the Eddie ones, truthfully.
No, 100%. Obviously, we do have the people who we prefer.
But then on Frank's side, to be fair to Frank, he doesn't have all the good fighters like Eddie has at the minute. So yeah.
Yeah, but I think always Frank does put on a good show for us. Like people like Nathan Heaney on the undercard of that event. It was just it was really some really good fights, and undercards are so underrated.
I tell you what,
so always remember to tune in.
I look forward to the event in Stoke. What Frank's looking to put on.
Oh, that should be brilliant for Nathan Heaney.
Hopefully a few fans can go. Maybe me and Connor.
You never know. Got to get that travel down though.
We'll have to.
Honestly. Anyway, back on the main event. We just want to waffle for a bit because I just wanted to tell everyone how highly we believe in boxers. So we've got Okolie versus Krzysztof.
Yeah.
So
Okolie, I believe, was it 2017 he got into professional boxing?
Yes, you'd be correct in saying
15 fights in that time.
Yeah, he made his debut on the 25th of the 3rd, 2017. Not bad either.
Yeah, he's fought a lot of times. He's fought a lot in that time. Sorry. He would last fought in December, so he's quite active. Not got much ring rust. It's going to be good to see him. See how we can go for this. The other guy, I seem to say this all the time. I don't know too much about, but what I do know, he's a big, strong, powerful unit. Good opponent. Took Usyk the distance, which is it's weird.
It's almost an achievement, but it's almost not.
Yeah, because in that lower division, the cruiserweight division, so Usyk was knocking opponents out a lot. But in the heavyweight division, he's obviously not seen as a big puncher by any stretch of the imagination. But it still went the distance. Admittedly, it was unanimous, so every judge gave the fight
to
Alexander's
Usyk.
way. I can't look at his record now because it's going to go off in it.
No problem. I will bring the records in right here. He's 31-2. He's only ever lost to Maris Briades, who is 25-1, who's only ever lost to Usyk. He owns most of the belts in the cruiserweight division. He also lost on a unanimous decision to Alexander Usyk. But apart from that, he's beaten a lot of people around the division. And Lawrence Corey,
so you cut out fight, the other guy. He lost to Usyk and who?
He lost to that. I told you that Maris Briades.
Yes. Yeah.
And
it didn't call. My fault. I tried to see if I could get on the box. I reckon it just won't work. So. Yeah, he's a good fighter. Don't sleep on him. You know what I mean? Just because he's not the biggest
you can't sleep on a man like that.
Just because he's not the biggest name. Half the reason probably because people can't say his name. But yeah, just because he's not the biggest name doesn't mean we have to sleep on him. I hope for a good fight. I'm hoping it's on DAZN so I can watch it. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, obviously, Okolie in his last two fights, he's beaten 2 undefeated people. So he beat someone his last fight. Bloke was 19-0-1, and we didn't expect Okolie just to go in there and smash him to pieces as he did in 2 rounds. And the lad before that, he won in TKO in the time of 20-0.
I mean, from what I've watched of Okolie, he seems to have it all. Has he been seriously tested yet?
Well, 20-0 and 19-0.
No, I don't mean that opponent-wise. I mean, has there been any point where you thought he was in some danger?
In his earlier fights, but I think that was more to do with his style because he fights very unorthodox.
Because what I thought in the last fight, he boxed pretty well, carried the power obviously, landed the big shots, got him out of there. It was good.
Yeah, he's a very impressive fighter, and again, such a experienced opponent, as I would put it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be his toughest test yet.
Yeah, there's talks, obviously. He needs to keep his head switched on. That is an important thing for him now. There's talks of, I mean, let's be honest, he hasn't won the world title at cruiserweight yet. And there's talks of him going up to fight Dylan White from Del Boy Chisora, who we do get as his best mate and pals and that.
Yeah, obviously they've done a bit of sparring together.
He can't let that get to him, you know what I mean? He's got a job to do, and he has to go and do his job first before thinking of even moving up to heavyweight, you know what I mean? He's got to conquer cruiserweight, and
I think he has got a good head on him, though, for his age.
I mean, yeah, but everyone had said Anthony Joshua had a good head on him, and we know what happened. So yeah, I'm not doubting him. I'm not saying I don't think he's going to win. I do, but like I say, against a dangerous opponent, he's got to keep he's got to keep his head switched on. He's got to keep to his boxing and go for the knockout if the opportunity comes his way.
100%. But Okolie 6'5", the other lad 6 foot, but the other lad apparently has a 9-inch longer reach, which I don't know if DAZN's got this right, but it must be
9-inch longer reach.
Yeah. Yes,
but
mate.
Okolie's 5 inches taller.
Yeah, seriously, this is how DAZN have got it put down. Anyway,
hang on, no, that's not the point. He didn't have the reach, but he has the height.
Yeah,
you say
I
you
think
even
that's
want
how
the height when you don't have the reach.
But I think, obviously, the other lad's now 34. I think.
What would you say for Okolie getting inside the reach? Because do you think he'll make a difference, or do you think it's a taller man, he'll go in and it won't make a big difference having a...
I don't think it'll make a big difference, but you never know. The lad could try and keep him on his jab, but I think Okolie will just have almost too much power, too much size about him. And I can see Okolie getting him out there in 9 rounds.
Yeah, he's a 12-round dust-up. I'm guessing it will be.
Mm-hmm.
I say, from what I've seen, whatnot, I'm going to say Okolie to win it within the first 10 by... Don't think it'd be a clean knockout. I think we'll see a stoppage.
Yeah, fair enough. But don't sleep on this other one. Honestly,
I'm not at all. But
bring in
I
the
have
experience.
To go Okolie, you know what I mean? He's English. I can say his name. Well, I can't say his first name. Yeah.
But we never know. We never know. That's what's always brilliant. And may we just take 1 minute at the end of this episode, if you are still here, to talk about the saddening news of the passing of Marvin Hagler, one of the best middleweights of all time. Marvin was an absolute cracking fighter. That 3 rounds of him and Thomas Hearns was unbelievable. Obviously, we were not around, but of what we can hear of people who did watch him, what a fighter.
And sad, innit?
Devastating news. Devastating.
What did he die of? Can I ask?
I don't know. I think it was like a sudden death.
Yeah, that's
but
the thing that I'm seeing. I've seen a lot of people speaking about when they said he's the long-term impact of boxing. I mean, we can't put this down to boxing. I want to be like as respectful as I can when I say this, but is there a bigger long-term impact in boxing than people are thinking?
I think there could be. I think
people are saying there's a lot of deaths dying earlier than the average age, but it's a good.
Well, you just don't know. Obviously, we don't want to talk too much about that. Marvin Hagler, what a fighter. Probably the best middleweight ever, to be honest, in my eyes. And that's not just because he died. I don't think anyone was better than him. People tried and tried. He did lose to Sugar Ray Leonard at the end of his career, but that was his last fight. When he smacked
I think that's the thing these days.
Mm-hmm.
Fighters can't lose, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like losing within a combat sport needs to be more less frowned upon. But then, I feel like when you lose that unfit record, people look at you in a different way.
The sport's changed, it's evolved. The press conferences now, you have people like Tyson Fury.
Yeah, 100%.
I can't lose, I won't lose, no one can beat me.
But just some of the names he got in the ring with, I'll get them up as we speak. So Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, he did lose. He unanimously beat Roberto Duran. He lost a couple of fights to someone called Bobby Watts. I can't say I know too much about the bloke, but he wasn't. He took a couple of losses, but he was just such a good fighter. And in my opinion, he was the best middleweight ever. So very saddened by the news, of course. We will. And one more thing: 62 wins, 52 by knockout. nine by decision and 1 by disqualification, and he lost 3 times, but he was never knocked out in his career, and 2 draws.
Topping it, you know what I mean?
It's just unbelievable, isn't it? To knock someone like Thomas Hearns out within 3 rounds, 3 of the best rounds I've ever probably seen a boxing.
What a fight.
So, extremely saddened by that news, and I thought we might just have a little topic on that, and obviously rest in peace, and I hope all the best for his family. So, we will just wrap up this episode.
To end it now on a positive note, you know what I mean? But
we just didn't want to look like we didn't care. We really do, and we want to really show how we felt.
Like we say, thoughts go out to his family, whatever. I don't mean what. Cut that.
Have you cut off? Cut off then. Yeah, obviously not the way we always want to end an episode.
Thoughts go out to his
family and friends.
And I got my words a bit muddled up.
It's okay.
Yeah,
but
brilliant.
Like I say, brilliant.
Want to end it now. But yeah, we'll do it in the spirit as such a legend.
So everyone, of course, rest in peace to Marvin Hagler and all the best.
If you've enjoyed it, like, comment. We haven't had a comment yet. We want some interaction.
Come on, let's have a comment. Yeah,
even if it's in YouTube, dickheads don't know what you're on about. We'll take it, mate.
Yeah, we'll take the comment. But honestly, thank you all
for
this episode.
Shout out to your cat, your dog, your mum, your dad.
You know the score, Joe.
Like, comment, sub, do all that stuff if you want. If you don't want, then don't do it. Come back next week. If you don't like us, then ta-ra. Piss off.
Yeah, we'll see you all later. But thank you all for watching this episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next episode.